Well, hey guys. Good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Great to be with you on the Inspirations for Your Life show. Today is February 3rd. It's in the evening, 2026. And yes, we are on series number 5 and show number 6. And this is episode number 4. All right. So it is so great to be with everyone here. If this is your very first time joining me on Inspirations for Your Life, a big warm welcome to you. How about that? If you're coming back, of course, I want to say welcome back. I always appreciate those that like the content and really appreciate the show. So definitely do appreciate all that. And don't forget to check out, guys, believemeachieve.com for more of my, of course, amazing, inspiring creations. That's short form content, long form content, articles, reels, and so much more. All right, guys. So definitely check that out. I think you're going to be very pleased with it. You can do it 24 hours a day, guys, once the show is over, that is. All right, without any further ado, guys, let's get started. One more thing. If you're thirsty, I got myself a delicious hot cocoa here. Really, really delicious. Swiss Miss hot cocoa, really good. So feel free to get yourself a hot cocoa, something cold, maybe another snack, something healthy, fruit, whatever it is. Feel free to get that and come on back to the show. All right. Okay, yeah, we got a lot here today to basically unpack, and I think you guys are gonna, really appreciate tonight's show. Oh, by the way, I am John C. Morley. I'm a serial entrepreneur, an engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student, and a passionate lifelong learner. And the world rewards the quietly strong, not the loudly powerful. That's what our whole master topic for the week is. And the power of being unseen, underrated, and unbothered, right? We talked about that. So the granular topic for tonight, Tuesday, is the invisible phase builds winners. It's season 5, basically show 6 and episode number 4. Now, most people quit during the invisible phase, not because they lack talent, but because they crave recognition too early in the game. And I think a lot of people want to get recognition, but we have to do something first to get recognition. So this episode is all about the part of growth no one really celebrates: the quiet, the lonely, the disciplined season that actually creates winners. If you feel unseen right now, this message is definitely for you. Are you ready for point number 1? I know you are. Number 1 is growth happens unseen. This is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Preparation is lonely, guys. Number 2. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. And I think that's something that a lot of people, they don't understand that necessarily. And it's important to realize that. Okay. And so when we can know that, we can understand that there is so much more in our life. All right. Number 3, guys. Invisible reps matter. This is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world, as I was saying. And I'm saying that again because I wanted to hit home to you. I want you to know, because a lot of people just say, let's go to their head. I'm like, oh, so I want to say it again so you guys understand it. Number 4, quiet effort compounds. Yes, it does. Just like money does in the bank. This is where real progress forms long before results are visible again to the outside world. So number 5, nobody claps early. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. You get my point? So sometimes people want everything now. They want to just jump in. But that doesn't always do the right thing. It sets us up for, I'm going to say, failure because, well, we're not where we need to be. Okay? Number 6, guys. Number 6 is hidden work builds skill. And again, this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Hidden work builds those skills. It shapes your talent. And when we could shape our talent, we could say, oh, wait a minute, this makes sense. I get it now. I understand this. Okay. That's a very, very important thing to understand. Okay. But a lot of people miss that whole point. Could I have another sip of hot cocoa? This is really good. Really good, delicious hot cocoa. So number 7, silence sharpens discipline. And again, this is where progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. So silence. Silence is actually acting. When we say acting, I mean that silence is acting. So if you say something, you're acting in it and you're taking an action. And if you don't say something, you're also acting. That's a very important thing to understand. Okay. It's important to understand because people don't necessarily get the point, right? They get what they think, but they don't necessarily get the point. I think that's a very important thing, to realize that we have to be cognizant of the points that we have and how we choose to handle them. Okay, how we choose to handle them. That's a very important thing. All right, so now that we understand that a little more, let's dive in and talk about invisible seasons. Because what they do is they refine our identity. Invisible is what the world doesn't see, but it's what you have so much power over, guys. So much power. And that power causes us to, well, become something even better. Something that we didn't even know existed, but we can become better. All right. Number 8, guys, when we think about invisible seasons, we have to understand that it's where, again, the real progress forms before visible to the outside world. I mean, a lot of times people do, they're like, wait a minute, this isn't clear. And again, just because you're not seeing tangible results outside doesn't mean it's not doing anything. Okay, that's a very, very very important thing that a lot of people, they don't necessarily understand, but it is key for our success. All right, it's definitely key for our success, and that success can go pretty well. It's not about something you do one day. All right, it's about something you do because of your core mission. Yeah, because of your core mission. I think that's a very important one to think about. Your core mission and how that slowly evolves and morphs to get you to become that special person, to get you to become that better person. Number 9, guys, quiet grind builds edge. And the quiet grind, the one that you don't complain about, the one that you do day in and day out, is what gets other people interested in what you're doing. It gets curious, let's say fired up. And again, guys, this is where real progress forms long before results are visible in the outside world. Okay, I think that's an important thing to definitely understand. We want results, but sometimes we think that the way we get results is by getting everybody's attention, but that's not how we get results. That's how we get attention, but it really doesn't do anything for us. Okay. That's a very important thing to understand. And, I think sometimes people get a little jealous because, they see somebody else doing something and then they can't do it. So they're like, oh, wow, what am I going to do? And it's all about how you can react, right? Because I said not reacting is still reacting. That's something really important to understand. Number 10, guys, preparation beats performance. I've said this before, whether we're talking about preparing to make sure you're safe in a fire or something else, being proactive is better than being reactive, because when we're proactive, we are calm. Our mind is able to see things that a stressed mind can't. You'll just miss so many opportunities. So when we know that, and we know that preparation works, my question is, why the heck don't we do it? Yeah, why don't we do it? Why? Why don't we do it? I think it comes down to the fact that we don't necessarily understand what we're doing, and we push forward if we think somebody's watching. But that's not the right way to do this, guys. Preparation should be done day in and day out, not just when it's easy. Preparation is sometimes hard, whether we're talking about for school or studies or your relation. There's preparation we need to do, or for a meeting, we have to prepare. We have to put the time in. And again, this is where real progress forms long before results are visible in the outside world. Very similar to like a responsorial psalm at church. Number 11, hidden effort lasts. And when I say hidden effort lasts, this is the stuff that people don't see you doing. It's the stuff that causes things to be different, but people don't directly see what you're doing. And guys, this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. I think the reason it's important to know hidden is hidden can do a lot of things. Okay? It can do a lot of things. And the things that it can do is get us to have a new perspective of life. It lets us have a new perspective in our life. Okay? And maybe you're saying to me, John, this doesn't affect me. But if you say that, that's even more the reason that it does affect you. Because denial is something people come out with when something does actually not hit them correctly. And it looks like our system here, it looks like we're having, so we're back. We've been getting lots of unstable internet at night. I'm hoping that everything is back now. Optimum just literally sucks. I mean, they suck so bad. I mean, we've dropped so many times now. I'm hoping we don't lose the connection. I mean, like, why Optimum has to do this stupid work in the middle of the night? This is a very, very big problem, guys. That we can have internet so bad. I just can't get over how the government allows this to happen, time in and time out. And it's definitely a very, very big problem. A problem that many people just do whatever they want. Now it looks like we're back, but all that in between is all because we have a bunch of BS people running our internet services. LT sucks. And having the French, and don't get me started here, but having the French own our utilities, that's just really, really, really bad. I mean, there's no excuse for why internet should be like poor at 11 o'clock at night. Like, these people just like don't have brains. You don't do maintenance at 11 o'clock at night if people are working. You do it at 3 o'clock or 4 in the morning, but they're too stupid to figure that out. We should never allow another country, whether it's France or another country, to be able to own our utilities, and we should be able to own theirs. We were kind of in and out of there for like a good minute, and that was just terrible. We had that little lag. Hidden effort lasts, guys. This is where progress forms and long results are visible. Well, basically not right away to the outside world, but it does eventually happen. Okay? And maybe you're saying to me, John, like, sometimes I just get lost, right? Sometimes I get lost. And the lost part comes in different places. It comes in maybe I'm confused. It comes in I don't know what to say. But, the fact of, people ask me this question, why does Altice go down for, a minute every night? Why? They reset at 3:40 a.m. I get that. But why are they going down in the nighttime, right? And it's not your equipment. It's not my equipment. But unfortunately, guys, we're at the mercy of this. This is what happens. Number 12, guys, invisible work builds confidence. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Number 13, patience creates leverage. This is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. So patience creates leverage. All right. And you might say to me, John, I don't quite understand that. Patience means that you're not trying to push somebody. You're trying to get to know them for their value, not your agenda, right? This happens a lot in relationships. People say they want one thing, and then you find out that they're just trying to manipulate you to get what they want and not really what you want, which is a relationship. Number 14, guys, quiet progress avoids burnout. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Quiet progress. Quiet progress doesn't get tired. Quiet progress doesn't make mistakes. It has purpose. And that purpose is something that I think is priceless. Definitely priceless. Number 15, guys. Early obscurity protects focus. Early obscurity protects focus. And this is where progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Do you know, when you think of things in your head and they haven't happened yet, the progress is happening inside you, but it hasn't been visible in the world yet, in the tangible world. I think that's an important one for a lot of us to think about and to understand that just because we don't see something in the outside world yet doesn't mean we should give up. Doesn't mean that we should stop doing what we're doing. All right, that's the main gist there. Number 16, guys, invisible growth compounds, and this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Does that make sense or no? Think about that for a moment. Think about that for just a second. And think about this for a minute. Think about silent mastery and how it forms. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Silent mastery means you're just doing something. Silent mastery means that you're doing something for a purpose, for a reason. You're doing something because of a core value. A core value that maybe, I don't know, a core value that says, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing this. That's important, guys. Hidden discipline always wins. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Hidden discipline. That's the stuff that nobody else sees. Okay? It's the stuff that makes champions out of ourselves. But I'm not going to tell you it's easy because I'd be lying if I said that. All right? So hidden discipline always wins. Number 19, quiet seasons remove the noise. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Quiet seasons, when we remove noise, when we remove the chatter of things, it's like our life changes. Our life changes. Our life changes. And when it does, we get these mini epiphanies that help us see where we're going. It's not always the easiest thing, but we do get insights as to why something's going a certain way or maybe why something isn't going a certain way. Okay? I think that's an important thing to realize. Very, very important to realize that. Knowing that when you want change, you walk quietly. Number 20, guys, invisible wins, they add up. And again, this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. When the teams of the Super Bowl are practicing day in and day out, okay, they're practicing and they know what they're doing. But I can tell you something. They do this, but then their victory becomes visible. Very, very visible. And then it's like, wow. Number 21, preparations shape our outcomes. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Yes. So these are things, guys, that can really change us. And by saying that, we already can get some type of progress. But again, it might not necessarily be easy to see the progress. So you have to think about it. You have to think about what it means. You have to think about, is it aligned with your core values? Number 22, guys. Quiet work strengthens resolve. It sure does. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Quietness. Different types of quietness. Different types of acts. Not looking to put on a show. That's pretty powerful, guys. Extremely powerful. Hidden effort builds resilience. Everybody thinks everything has to be so visible, that it has to be so on stage like Broadway and ostentatious, but it doesn't. It's the stuff that we don't show that actually creates the magic. And by the magic, I mean your success, okay? I definitely mean your success, but it does not happen overnight, okay? It doesn't happen overnight. I think most people want progress, but they become stuck. And they do the same thing over and over again, and they get the same result. Well, Einstein said doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same result and expecting something different, that's insanity. If we expect to get something different, we do the same thing over and over again. Number 24, invisible focus sharpens our skills, because it helps us to attune to what is going on. And that attuning is something that I think a lot of people, they don't necessarily realize. All right. And by that in itself, most people will be like, I've had enough. Like, I don't want to do this. But you see, that's when the growth starts to kick in. It kicks in then. That's important. And again, it's where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Number 25, guys, silent momentum grows. This is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. And it's not because you're lost. Maybe because you're think about that for a moment. What does that mean to you, being lost? Maybe it means you have to start over a different way. Number 26, quiet repetition matters. And this is where real progress forms long before it's visible to the outside world. Number 27, guys, invisible grind, it lasts. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. I think grind becomes a problem for a lot of people. They don't understand it. Think about what that means to you. Think about what that means and why it means something. Preparation beats the hype, guys. This is where real progress forms long before it's visible to the outside world. Number 29, guys, hidden effort creates dominance. It creates a dominance. A dominance that is pretty interesting. A dominance that maybe, I don't know, a dominance that might actually change like how you're moving in life. Okay. Think about that for just a moment. I think sometimes people just don't get it. And that can make a big difference for a lot of people to why they don't go somewhere. And this is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. Number 30, guys, invisible phase builds winners. So don't give up. This is where real progress forms long before results are visible to the outside world. If you're in a season where no one is watching, keep going. The world rewards the quietly strong, not the loudly powerful. What you're building in silence will speak for you when the time is right. Be sure to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations, short form, long form, 24 hours a day from any of your smart devices. Take care, everyone, and be well.